Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's mukbang, I have cookies, burgers, and fries, and I'm so excited. I don't know if I've ever done cookies or burgers specifically in a mukbang. If I did, it was a long time ago, so we are long overdue for a cookie and burger mukbang. I got the cookies from Milk Bar, I think is the name. I want to say Milk Jar so bad, but it's Milk Bar. And I tried their cake like a couple months ago, and loved it. I remember people saying like it was overrated. I didn't think so. I was like obsessed with it. So I'm really excited to try their cookies too. There's like an assortment. I think there's 6 different kinds here. So, well, there's 12 cookies, but like 2 of each. So there's 6 different kinds of cookies. And then my wonderful sister Sarah, made me burgers basically. I was looking at places to get them online, and she's like, well, burgers are easy to make from home. Like, I could make them for you. And so I was like, go for it. So it's basically kind of like an In-N-Out burger. So basically it has like the animal style sauce on it, the lettuce, the American cheese, 2 patties, I think that's it, maybe onion, and then I also have curly fries. So it is a good day. And I'm also going to be telling embarrassing childhood stories today in my mukbang because Sarah and I were reliving memories the other day, and we like just could not stop dying laughing because like I was just such a cringe ball sometimes. But honestly, if you can't cringe and laugh at your younger self, were you ever embarrassing as a kid? Like, come on. So I have some embarrassing moments we are going to talk about today, but first I'm going to get into the food because this looks bomb. Okay, oh my gosh. So here's a close-up of the burger. Oh my gosh, okay. So bomb. I noticed I got some, I touch it. So bomb, hold on. That low-key tastes a lot like In-N-Out. Oh, fuck. Super messy, but I'm down for it. I don't know how my sister does it. And then this is mayo chip. Or ketchup and mayo mixed together, which is my favorite sauce ever. Which ketchup and mayo is also it's also the secret like In-N-Out sauce, or like their animal style sauce that's on here. So we got a lot of ketchup and mayo action. Holy fuck. Yummy. Okay, so are y'all ready to cringe? Because cringe. I was cringe when I was younger. These stories are all from elementary school, and a lot of you already know the background of my childhood. Basically, I mean, there's no background really. I'm just basically saying I was like kind of chubby and dorky, which whenever I say that, people always tell me not to talk badly about my younger self, and like I think I was funny. That's why I'm telling these stories. Like, I'm not talking shit about my younger self. I am reliving memories that hopefully will entertain you guys. Because they were entertaining me and Sarah. When we were, like, talking about old stories. Literally tears. Like, you know that feeling? Like, you know when you're laughing so hard that you just actually can't breathe? That was us. So, I hope you guys find it as entertaining as we did. So the first one, I'm gonna start with one that's not, it's not really embarrassing. I mean, it is embarrassing, but it's not like cringy embarrassing. Like, some of the embarrassing moments I brought on myself, okay? But like, this one, I mean, it was just kind of embarrassing and like also a little bit sad, but like whatever. So, and also I texted my mom and dad and asked them to, like, if they remembered any embarrassing childhood stories that they could like add to this video. And both of them, the first thing they said was this story, and it has to do with a spelling bee I was in 3rd grade. So I was also very smart, like, as a kid. I mean, I'm still smart, but like as a kid, my brains, I was just like, I was very nerdy. Like, I loved reading, I loved writing, I loved, like, you know, y'all know I loved writing, okay? I loved writing. I was basically just nerdy, and so naturally and I'm also very competitive, and I really wanted to be in the spelling bee. I had these dreams of winning. There were like, it was like the annual school spelling bee, and when I was in 1st and 2nd grade, like, I think you had to be in 3rd grade to like actually be in it. I don't think they would allow 1st and 2nd graders. And so I remember like being in 1st and 2nd grade and like watching the kids do it, and like I really wanted to do it because the whole fucking school is there, right? So like I would watch the older kids do it, and like I remember thinking like, I can't wait to be that age so I can be in the spelling bee. Because I remember, this is what I get. I was talking my shit, and I got payback for it. Because I remember the loser of the spelling bee, the last final word was government. It was, I think, 2nd grade, watching the spelling bee and being like, I know how to spell government, because like the person who lost on the word government. And I remember thinking like, I can't wait to do it next year and win. Like, keep in mind, I was also bossy as a kid, so like I'm more shy now. I don't know what happened and like at what point in my life I became introverted, because I've watched old home videos of myself. I was like bossy, okay? So keep in mind, this is my attitude. So basically there's like tryouts for the spelling bee. Like, literally you have to be like the top 2, I think, in your actual like classroom, or your classroom, I think. I forget. But basically I remember like killing all the other kids in my class and thinking I'm like hot shit. And so it ended up being me and this other girl named Ashley Combs, who were always like vying for like the smartest kid in our grade type shit. Like, we were just kind of like nerdy, and that was our competition. And so basically it was me and Ashley Combs, and we both ended up out of our class like getting into the spelling bee. And so then you also have to draw like what number you go, like out of, I don't even know how many kids there were, maybe like 30. And so like 1 to 30, you draw a number out of a hat, and like if you get 1, like you're the first person to go on stage, the first person to like try to spell a word, basically. And then if you're 30, like you're the last. I picked number 2, okay? And like at the time I wasn't that like nervous about it, I don't think. Like, maybe I was. I don't remember feeling super nervous. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of cookie because I'm rambling. This is their confetti cookie. So hopefully they're just as good as their cake. I have some milk here. I'll keep it off to the side. But if you are wondering what I'm dipping it in, it's the milk. It's almond milk, actually, but okay. It definitely has like a confetti birthday cake flavor. It's chewy too. It kind of reminds me of a sugar cookie. Like it's a sugar cookie kind of with a birthday cake flavor. I'm gonna rate them so you guys know, like based off the other ones, in case you ever want to try one. I would give that a 7 for a cookie. It's just not like a ton of flavor to it because, like I said, it kind of tastes like a sugar cookie. Sugar cookie. Oh my god. Okay. I know there's already In-N-Out sauce on this, but like dipping it in the mayo chip, it's made it somehow better. Try it on your burger. Just try it. Okay, so back to the spelling bee. Where was I? I think I was saying, yeah, so I drew the number 2, so I was second to go. And I honestly don't remember if I felt nervous about that or not. I think I was more just like excited to be in the spelling bee. And so the day comes and I have my cute outfit on, feeling myself, even though I'm chunky, you already know. I looked cute. Like I literally remember exactly what I wore. Sarah and I were talking about this too. I wore my favorite pair of ripped jeans, like ripped, I don't know, like I think probably from like Old Navy or something, but they were ripped because that was like in style, you know. Ripped jeans with a chain, like that's when the chains on the jeans were really popular. With my favorite like pink butterfly shirt, so I had like a butterfly right here, and it was like my favorite shirt. So I was feeling myself. I was ready to go. And yeah, the day the spelling bee came, and the first person in front of me gets their word right. I forget what it was. I go up to the stage. I will never forget. In my life, I'll never forget what the word was. The word was can. C-A-N. Like, can you do this for me? Can I go to the bathroom? Can, right? I spelled it K-A-N. Mind you, in front of the entire school, I'm the second person to go. God damn it. I think I'm like 8 at this point. 3rd grade, you're like 8, right? So I'm the second person to go in front of the whole school, like the whole auditorium, spell it K-A-N. And I realized like right away, I'm like, fuck. Like, I mean, I did say fuck, but I was like, ew, like, can I redo that? And then I don't even remember who was like judging the spelling bee, but they were like, sorry, we can't. And so I just meekly walked my way off stage. It's like actually sad to look back on in a way because I was so nervous to go to school because I was on a Friday, and so I was so nervous to go to school on Monday because I thought people would like make fun of me. No one did. So yeah, basically I was the first person out in the spelling bee, second person to go, and I don't even know who won because I left after that. I was just like too embarrassed. I think my parents were there, so they drove me home. So it was like really embarrassing at the time, but like now I can look back on it and be like, Megan, silly Megan. I think this is their, what's it called? Cornflake chocolate chip marshmallow cookie. Not my favorite. Not the best. Like I can taste the cornflakes, but not in a good way. I would say it's like a 6.5. Like, it's not bad, but it's just, I'm probably not gonna eat the other one either. Where is it? I think it's like right here, actually. Maybe not. I'll wait. What one should I tell next? Okay, this one is really embarrassing too. So, one thing to know about my younger self, that I was like boy crazy. Literally boy crazy. That changed. I turned into a lesbian. No, I'm just kidding. I just like am not as boy crazy anymore. And I don't know why, but when I was younger, I was just like so into the men. And so, fuck, dude, this is so funny. Okay, so basically, my mom had a chiropractor that she went to, and I thought he was hot. Looking back, no. Looking back, no. Okay, but I forget how old I was, maybe 8 again. Like, I swear all my embarrassing moments happened when I was 8. Like, I was just such a little turd. And yeah, so basically we were going to the chiropractor. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this really quick before I take a bite. It just looks so good. Oh my god. Okay. I will post the recipe in the description so you guys can make it too if you want. And you should, because this is like better than any restaurant burger ever that I've ever had. The only one that it comes close to is In-N-Out. So basically, yeah, I have the hots from my mom's chiropractor, and I don't know why me and Sarah would get adjusted. Like, looking back, I'm like, I was like 8. Like, what kind of back problems could I have had? But I don't know, maybe kids are supposed to get adjusted by chiropractors just in case. I don't know. Basically, we would also get adjusted, like my sister and I. And so, yeah, we would all get adjusted. And the way that the chiropractor thing was set up is like, it was kind of more of a big room, but not like, he had like a separate room for x-rays, but like the actual adjusting area was more just like, you know, those, like foldable walls that kind of look like an accordion, and like it just creates like a faux wall. That's what he had like for his adjustment area. So it wasn't like a private room, right? It was like anyone in the lobby could hear what y'all were saying. The front desk lady could probably hear people who were waiting to get adjusted. Yeah, basically like not really private. And so I go up to get adjusted, and I have got to toot, okay? Your girl was gassy that day, I guess. And I'm like, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Toot beforehand, fart beforehand, or try to hold it in, right? So I try to hold it in. And fuck, dude, so funny. Like, I remember being so embarrassed, like, beet red when this happened, like, so embarrassed. My mom was there with me, so that probably made it maybe worse or better. I don't know. And Sarah was there too. And he adjusts me, and I let a loud one out. Like, when he cracked my back, it like made me toot, because like, I mean, how can you hold that in? And so not only did I find him attractive and that happened, but also the fact that it was like not a real room. So anyone who was out in the lobby heard it. And the fact that then mom and him were laughing, like not in like a haha, like I'm laughing at you way, but like obviously what else are you gonna do? It's kind of funny. I mean, I'm mortified, but like it is funny. So yeah, they were laughing. So I'm sure that everyone in the lobby had heard my fart and then also heard them laugh and like knew what happened. And yeah, needless to say, I don't know if I ever went back there. Like, I don't know if I stomached that. This one I think is their compost cookie. It has like walnuts in it, I think, chocolate chips. It kind of reminds me of the cornflake cookie, but it's not quite the same. So yeah, it was so embarrassing. I feel like their cookies, they're not bad. So far, my favorite's actually the first one. They're just not as good as their cake. Like, their cake was so bomb. I would say these are just good. This one's probably like a 7. It's not bad, but I just expected, I guess, a lot from milk bar. But I've only tried 3 out of 6, so hopefully I will find one that I love. But yeah, and also, like, the funny part of that story too was Sarah and I were like, why was I like feeling a 40-year-old hairy dude? Like, the chiropractor was hairy. Not there's anything wrong with that, but like, I was 8. Like, you'd think I'd be into like preteen guys with like no hair, like, you know, like kids closer to my age. Like, why did I have the hots for a 40-year-old chiropractor who, mind you, was married? I don't know. Does that happen to anyone else? Like, you just look back at the guys or girls who were older than you that you used to like really think were hot, and then you grow up and you're like, why did I think that? Okay. Honestly, I don't even care if I don't fall in love with any of the cookies, because the burgers just are so good that it doesn't really matter. I think oh yeah. Next story. My sister made me ketchup, or put ketchup out as well, and I haven't touched it. So yeah, next story is where I start to have put myself in these embarrassing situations. Like, they're my fault at this point. The first 2 is like nothing I could have really done. This one or these next 2, totally my fault. The fact that they're cringy. Both stories involve the same guy, because speaking of like growing up and being like, why was I so obsessed with this person? This is another one of those moments. Because he also has come up in a video before. His name is Chase, and we went to elementary, middle, and high school together, and like, I was over it by high school, but like, I had the biggest crush on him literally from 2nd grade to like 7th grade. Okay, it's a long time, longer than any relationship I've been in. And he was basically like the cool guy, like the jock, the hot jock. Like, I don't know how jockey and hot you can be when you're in elementary school, but like, that's how I looked at him. He's also come up in another video because I forget how, but my mom and I talked about him in the video, which is like one of my favorite videos I've ever filmed, from Valentine's Day, like a year ago, Valentine's Day. And it was when my mom was like reading the old story about Jake and Dallas, and that's where my merch comes from, like I have it on Money Books Looks. But anyways, in that video, for some reason we brought up Chase, and I forget why. I think I must have written about him as well, because I was obsessed. And so this is the 2nd time I'm mentioning him in my videos, and it's just kind of relevant because he'll probably see this one too. I don't know who the fuck was telling him I was like talking about him in my videos, but he followed me on Instagram, and like, I DM'd him, or he DM'd me first, I think. He basically told me that someone from elementary school was watching that mukbang and felt that it was a good idea to reach out to him and be like, hey, Megan made a video about you saying that she was obsessed with you in elementary school. He might see this one as well. Hello, Chase, if you are watching, I was obsessed with you. It's funny, like the things I remember, he would never remember this. Like he probably is like, this happened? I had no idea this happened. Yes, it happened, and I will never forget it because, okay, first, it has to do with Valentine's Day, actually, because you know how in elementary school, like, everyone used to pass out Valentines? Like, you would make a Valentine for everyone in your class. It wasn't like you would actually just give them to who you liked. I mean, that's what I so desperately wanted to happen, but like I said, I was chunky and dorky. Ain't gonna happen for me at that time of my life, okay? So I always looked at Valentine's Day. I was boy crazy, like I said. So I always wanted Valentine's Day to be like in the high school movies where the guy is like, here's your card, babe. And like, you're like, babe. And so basically every year I would wait to see if Chase, and there's this other guy named Dom and Chase. I always would wait, like, did they give me a card? Knowing damn well it doesn't matter. They give cards to everyone. But one year, I guess Chase didn't give me a card and my heart was broken, okay? I forget exactly how this happened, like when we passed out Valentine's as a class and like when I said this to him. But basically, I realized that I didn't have one from him, the love of my life, and that hurt me, right? And so, like I said, young Megan was bossy. I would never in a million years do this now. Gonna try their other cookie first. It is their corn cookie, which I have no idea what that could hypothetically mean. A corn cookie? It kind of actually smells like corn, so we'll see. Wow. That's actually really good. I can't quite, I'm trying to think, like, it tastes like something familiar, but I can't put my finger on it right now. Oh no. It just tastes like, imagine cornbread kind of, but like made into a dessert and also crunchy. Kind of crunchy because it's a cookie. Oh, I wonder how they make this. This one's actually my favorite so far. And I thought I was gonna hate it. It would taste really good with like macadamia nuts in here. Oh my god, that would be so good. Wow. It's like a 9, I would say. A 9, yeah. Yeah, so basically Chase didn't give me a Valentine's Day card. I was wrecked inside, and so I decided to confront him about it. Why would you ever do that? Like, literally, just think about this for a second, okay? We don't talk, like, me and Chase, it's not like we were friends, okay? We never talked. I was a bully bitch, but, like, I was a little shy when it came to talking to dudes, so, like, literally no conversation. Some random girl from your class, imagine it from Chase's perspective. Some random girl from your class who you never speak to comes up to you and confronts you and asks you why you didn't give her a Valentine. What? Sarah and I were on the floor crying when we were talking about this. Crying, like, why would I do that? It's so cringy. But, you know, I had to find out why. I needed to know what my mans was thinking. So, confronted him, and he was literally like, I didn't bring them for anyone. And I was like, okay, cool. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna walk away now. Like, oh my god. For some reason, I wasn't embarrassed going up to him, but then his response, like, I don't know what I thought was gonna happen. His response of like, I didn't get one for anyone. Like, what are you talking about? Was like, it was a reality check, slap in the face. So my camera just turned off while I was telling my other story, which always happens. I always get like way too into talking and I forget to check the monitor and notice that my memory card is full. But basically the next story is not really like a full story. It's like pretty short, but it is embarrassing, and like looking back, why would I do this? Like, I think it's one of those things where I actually noticed right away that that was embarrassing. I had like a weird urge come over me to do this, and then after it happened I was like, why did I do that? Once again, this happened in elementary school, like all these stories, and it involves Chase again, like I said. So basically, I think we were all like, we had to line up in the beginning of the day, like to get into school. Like we would all line up near the playground. Like I'm pretty sure like if you got there early, that's where you would wait for school to start. And there was this other guy named Acton. Acton was another fella who I was feeling, and Acton and Chase were friends. Acton and I were also kind of friends. Like we used to play Foursquare together, and I'm pretty sure I was like really competitive with him even though I liked him. Classic. So yeah, we were friends, and he was talking to me in line. I had my eyes on Chase though. Chase was the prize. And so Chase comes over actually because he's friends with Acton. And I forget what he said when he came over. Class was about to end, so like he came over, and then I'm pretty sure the bell rang like pretty shortly right after that because he was like walking away. And I forget what he even said. Blocked out this memory as much as I could. I feel like it was something like kind of teasing me or something. And for some reason my way of flirting at the time was I decided I was gonna step to him. Hold on, I'm gonna try this is a chocolate cookie, so I love chocolate. We'll see. What the heck? I don't love any of these. Like, the corn cookie is good. This one. But that was not very good. That's like a 5. The last one is the blueberries and cream cookie, so I'm gonna try that one too. Hopefully I like that. Sounds good. Decided that it would be a good idea to step to him, like I said. Like, why? I had a crush on him. Why would I try to fight him? I wasn't like actually fighting him, but I literally was like I was being serious though. Like I said this aggressively. It's not like, you know, when you say like, okay, I'll tell you what I said and then you'll get what I'm saying. I was like, oh, cringe. I was like, I can't believe I did this. I was like, wanna go, but like not like really joking. Like I was joking, but like I said it aggressively. Why would I do that to a guy that I liked? I don't know. And Chase, I remember like this was what was embarrassing because like when I first did it, like I said, I felt like an urge to do it. Like it just kind of came over me. That was just my natural reaction. No idea why. When you do something, you're not thinking like, oh, I want to embarrass myself here. Like I was just like, that's what I'm going to do. But then he was like, no. And he like kept walking me to class. And I was just like, okay. Literally so fucking funny, dude. That's another one that had Sarah and I like. Because even though it's like a short story, there's a lot there. There's a lot to talk about. We were just literally dying, like crying when we were talking about this. Like, okay. Kind of fitting since I'm done with my stories. Last thing I'm gonna try this blueberry cookie. Blueberries and cream cookie. Let's see. That's not bad, but I just don't taste any blueberry at all. Yeah, overall, those cookies were not that great. This one's still good, weirdly enough. Like the one that's not a dessert cookie, they actually did a good job on, or a great job on. But the others, I would say, are like 6s and 7s. Like this one's probably like a 6.5. A 5 if you count the fact that it doesn't taste like blueberry, but a 6.5 for a cookie. But I honestly can't complain because I still had these amazing burgers and fries, and I'm still full. And my soul feels fed. So yeah, that is all for this mukbang. I hope you guys enjoyed my embarrassing stories from childhood. I don't know if I have any more, but if you want to see a second video of this, I can try to, I'll get on like a group call with my mom and my sister and try to remember some other embarrassing ones, because there's gotta be other ones. Like I was just not the coolest kid. And I hope you guys enjoyed the food as well. Shout out to Sarah for making these amazing burgers and fries. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So I will just see you in my next video.